But yeah, let's get started. Thanks everybody for joining. Tonight I'm going to show you how to build a profitable Amazon FBA business, how to do it the right way. No hype, no BS, just proven strategies that have helped me build my business over the past couple of years. I'm also going to show you um, how a lot of my students, free and paid students, have actually made thousands as well selling on Amazon. By the end of this video, you should know how to get started, what tools to use, how to do analysis, some sourcing methods, and anyone who I've got a little challenge for everyone at the end as well. So anyone who completes the challenge, will give you free leads as well to get started. So the presentation is going to take around half an hour. We're going to do some demonstrations. It's going to take around 15 minutes or so, and then we leave the last 15 minutes for Q and A's. So yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I've been reselling online for the past 15 years. I first started on eBay when I was 16 years old. I built an eBay business alongside my full-time job. I was actually working in the telecommunications industry for the past 12 years. I left that last year to pursue reselling online full-time. We built a six-figure eBay business, and during COVID, we naturally progressed to Amazon FBA. I actually did Amazon as well in 2016. That was FBM. And yeah, we've done over seven figures on Amazon. We've done six figures on eBay. We've sold on other platforms as well, like StockX, Goat. Within Amazon itself, we've done various different models on there. So we've done retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale, brand direct, bundles. We've done a lot of different methods, and we've refined the processes, the softwares we use in our business to find the easiest way to get started. So yeah, whilst I've been selling on Amazon since 2021, we've had loads of different challenges. We've been suspended multiple times. We've made so many mistakes. Um, so yeah, I'm here to basically help you guys to avoid these mistakes. And yeah, I didn't go to university. Started working when I was 16, and despite that, I've learned self-taught. I've had mentors to learn the Amazon FBA business, and we made £100,000 last year in profit, proving that this model works. So yeah, this is I've got a Discord server with about 800 people on there. So all Amazon FBA sellers, and through the free community, through my paid community as well, a lot of people have made money. So here's just a couple of screenshots of people that have made sales. So we got first sales over here, £3,000 over the month, £300 over 7 days. We've got one of my friends that I helped start a couple of years ago now. He did £250,000 in his first year. This was another friend who was doing it alongside his 9 to 5, doing £90,000 a year. And this was another brother. He did £100,000 in his first year. So yeah, the opportunity is there. So why Amazon FBA? The brilliant thing about Amazon FBA is Amazon do all the heavy lifting for you. So they'll store the items, they'll do the picking, the packing, the shipping. And because you're doing FBA, anything you sell is going to have the Prime badge next to it. And there's a lot of trust associated with this Prime badge. Uh, and because of this, um, what you'll find is that a lot of your products that you sell with FBA will sell so fast. Honestly, sometimes it's quite surprising how fast stuff sells. And also alongside this, Amazon deal with all the customer services for you. So if you've got returns, they will deal with it. Not like eBay. If you get a return, it gets sent back to yourself. There's nothing you can really do. Amazon deal with all the kind of hard work for you. So it's a brilliant business model if you are working, if you've got responsibilities, if you're a stay-at-home mom. And yeah, it's flexible. You can manage it from everywhere. You can even outsource a lot of parts of the business. So we can have virtual assistants, we can have prep centers, and I've seen people live in Thailand and run an Amazon UK FBA business successfully. So yeah, and the brilliant thing is you can actually start really small. So with about 500 to £1,000, you can get started with online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, selling used books, and you can grow at your own pace. I recommend if you want to do it as a proper business and you want to scale, I would recommend around three to £5,000 to start, but you can start with much less. And yeah, because there's millions of customers already on the Amazon website, and I'm going to show you some softwares today as well. What will show you exactly how many times per month some items sell. Um, and our goal is to have a wide variety of different products. So you need to think of when you have your Amazon store like a shop. The more items you have on your shelf, the more sales you're going to make. And yeah, you can actually start this with zero experience. Um, Obviously, we've got the Discord community. I've got a mentorship. This video is going to basically teach you exactly how to get started from the beginning with no prior experience. W is in the chat if you can hear me, just to make sure audio's okay. Can you see the video and everything? So anyone who's watching on TikTok, um, there's a link in my bio to join the YouTube video. So I'm actually sharing my screen. So when I do the practical, in about 5 or 10 minutes, you'll be able to watch that. Brilliant. So is it too late to start? So when I first started on Amazon in 2021 doing this reselling model, so selling on existing listings, everyone was telling me that Amazon FBA is saturated, it's not going to work. And despite that, we use the different methods, the softwares, and we've actually done multiple six figures in profits, seven figures in revenue. And Amazon is actually still the fastest growing e-commerce platform in the whole world, and it's actually the number one as well. So, is it too late to start? Absolutely, absolutely not. If anything, it's probably the best start time to start right now. And the brilliant thing about Amazon FBA, especially when you're doing arbitrage, it's very low risk. So, a lot of the times when you're buying from these retailers, whether it's Boots or Argos or Currys, a lot of these places have returns. So, worst case scenario, you buy something, you made the wrong decision, uh, you can actually return these items. Do you recommend FBM? So, comparing Amazon FBA to other business models, so 90% of UK households actually use Amazon. So that's a massive number, right? And 40% of them actually have Amazon Prime. So they'll benefit from your products being Prime eligible when you send it in for FBA. Amazon actually handles 30% of the e commerce sales globally. 60% of everything sold on Amazon is actually by third party sellers. So when you actually buy something on Amazon, have a look next time. Under the buy now button, it'll actually tell you who you're actually buying it from. It might be dispatched by Amazon, but it might actually be sold by a third party seller. And the brilliant thing is, it's actually only £30 a month to have a professional account with Amazon. You can have an individual account, which is free. However, you won't benefit from the next day Prime eligibility as you will with a professional account. So I would always recommend anyone who wants to do Amazon FBA properly, you want to start with a professional seller account. So just a bit of a comparison with other models. So we'll start with Amazon FBM. Amazon FBM is a brilliant business model, but the problem is Amazon are very strict on their metrics, and if you have any late deliveries or your customer complaining about your items turning up late, or you've got defects with your items, then they will not hesitate to shut you down. Hence, I always recommend you doing FBA compared to FBM. Yes, the fees may be slightly higher, but it's a much scalable, much risk-free kind of option. A couple others over here. We've got Airbnb, obviously high costs, low margins. We've got drop shipping. You can spend thousands of pounds on ads without actually even making a sale. The brilliant thing about reselling products on Amazon FBA is that you don't really need to run any ads because we're selling on existing listings on the platform. We already know how much that item sells per month, how many sellers are on the listing, what the price history is, and we'll show you this as well. Um, Crypto trading, as you know, high risk, high volatility, um, and to be honest, you need thousands of pounds to actually make a good return on investment if you want to do this. So Amazon FBA is a balanced, scalable, reliable business model with relatively okay profit margins. Typically, you're going to see about 15% profit margins with arbitrage, which is about 30% return on investment. Um, if you're doing private label and you do move to private label in the future, you can get up to 30 to 50% margins. So first thing you need to do if you want to sell on Amazon, you need to set up your business. I'm going to give you some recommendations over here, but if you've got any questions, it's probably best speaking to an accountant. But from my experience, the easiest way to set up on Amazon is with a limited company. Um, just if you want to take a screenshot of some of the points I've made over here. So yeah, if you do start as a sole trader, you don't quite want to start with a company. You can do a legal entity change, but sometimes there's a bit of complications doing so. So I would just recommend doing it right from the get go. And the best way to do this is by using Tide. So Tide are basically a platform where you can register a company for 14.99. If you register on Company's House, it's usually £50. So if we have a look here, um, £50 to register a company on Company's House. We can actually do this on Tide for £15. So very low cost. You won't really have to worry about accounting at the beginning. You will have to do your first share of accounts after the first year is over. So yeah, brilliant way to start. Um, Once you've registered your company, you will need to set up a business bank account. So the next thing to do is you can either do it through Tide, or I've personally been using Revolut Business to set up a business bank account. Uh, Someone's saying that it's £12 to set up a company. Last year, they actually changed the price of setting up the company to £50. So as you can see on Company's House over here, it's £50. So yeah, you can use Tide or Revolut to set up your business bank account. It's actually free to do so as well. They charge you 20p per transaction. So um, yep. So once you've done that, once you've set up your company, once you've got a name, once you've set up your business bank account, what you want to do is set up your Seller Central account. So it's pretty straightforward to set up your Seller Central account. All you need to do is make sure that you're on the .co.uk website, sign up. It's £30 a month. If you want to sign up as an individual account, you can do so. All you have to do is scroll at the bottom over here and sign up as an individual seller. You can sign up as an individual seller and progress to a professional seller later on. So you can do that. Someone's asking, is crypto more lucrative compared to, so crypto isn't actually a business model. Yeah, it's brilliant for investing if you've got spare cash, but if you want to actually have a sustainable business model and you want to launch your brand in the future, Amazon FBA is definitely the way forward. So cool. So once you've gone through the sign up process on Amazon, so sell.amazon.co.uk, um, I'll put the link in chat. Um, they're gonna ask you for your company details, so you're gonna put that in there. They're gonna ask for a bank statement. They're gonna ask for proof of address for yourself. So once you've done this process, they may even ask you to do a video interview. Once you've done this, there's a couple of settings you need to change on your Seller Central. So your Seller Central homepage will look something like this. All we want to do is click on the settings icon in the top right hand corner and click on fulfillment by Amazon. And there's a couple of settings we want to change before we start selling. So the first thing we want to do is go on automated unfulfillable settings, and we want to turn liquidations off. Very simple to do. The reason for this is we don't want Amazon to liquidate our items for like 5% of the value. And there have been cases where people have lost £5,000 worth of stock just because Amazon liquidated the item. So that's the last thing we do. If Amazon want to return items to ourselves, that's what we want to do. So that's the first thing you want to do. If you want to take a screenshot now. The next thing we want to do is we want to change our barcode preference to Amazon barcode. The reason for this is we don't want our stock to be mixed up with any other seller's stock in Amazon. So what happens is if you are using the manufacturer's barcode, sometimes if there's someone that's another seller that's selling like a fake item or a dodgy item, you don't want your stock to be mixed up with theirs. So we want to barcode everything. When you put your SKU label on the products you're sending to Amazon, it will be unique to your store. So I would definitely recommend you do that. The next thing we want to do is if you're a new seller, you want to keep it as simple as possible. So you want to sell on just the UK marketplace just to get started with. If you are in the UK, if you're in any other European country, you want to sell in the marketplace that you're living in. It's just going to make things a lot easier. If you do want to expand into other marketplaces in the future, absolutely you can do so. So once you've got your business bank account, your Seller Central account set up, you've got the settings done. Okay, now we need to have a look at softwares that are going to help you run your Amazon FBA business. So the first software we're going to use is called Seller Amp, and I'm going to link this for you. 1 second. So there's actually a free trial for Seller Amp. So I'm going to stick that in the chat. I'm going to pin that over there. So if you want to take a note of this, put this in your bookmarks. There's a free trial. So what SellerAmp is an analysis tool, and it simplifies analysis. It'll tell you how much it's selling per month. Can I sell it? Is it profitable? And it's actually 3 tools in one. So we've got the Chrome extension. So the Chrome extension, basically you can right click anything, search it on SellerAmp, and it'll show us that product on Amazon. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously that was a terrible example, but the web app opens uh, a nice, easy to screen. So yeah, this is the web app for an example, and the other one is the mobile app. So you've probably seen people scan stuff inside stores. So you can scan barcodes on the mobile app, and it'll show you exactly how many items how many times the item is selling per month. Can you sell this item? Is it gated? Do you need to get ungated? So yeah, Seller App, definitely one of the best tools on Amazon. I would highly recommend. So bookmark this. There's a 14-day free trial. The next tool we're going to use is called Keeper. So with Keeper, there's a couple of things we're going to use over here. The first thing is the data access. So the data access basically shows us we can filter any category, any BSR, which is bestseller rank, sales per month, any brand on Amazon, and see all the products from that brand or particular filter we put in there. And this is one of the main ways we source our Amazon FBA products. Search these products on Google to find them. So I definitely recommend it. SellerAmp is £15 per month, and Keeper is around £15 per month also. And the other thing that Keeper's going to give us is it's going to give us a deeper analysis. So it's going to give us this breakdown over here. It's going to give us the graphs. It's going to give us the data. I'll show you a bit more in detail on that in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So yeah, let's have a quick couple of minutes break. Any questions on that? So yeah, is everybody put a W in the chat if everyone's still here and everyone is still watching? Anyone that's on the TikTok and you want to see my screen, link is in the bio, and you can watch me in the YouTube, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing on the screen. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do product analysis. So you want to be watching my screen. Fahad, Saima, Aaron, how's it going? Kasim, Control, Nizam. What is the difference between KDB and Amazon FBA? Amazon KDB is some to do with books. So I think it's to do with royalties and books. Amazon FBA is selling everyday products on Amazon. So we're going to sell products like, for example, we've got this perfume over here. We'll be selling this on Amazon. I'll show you some examples of other products we're going to sell as well. Is this web recorded? Yes, this will be recorded. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube. FM, what's going on? What's the name of the second software? It's Keeper. So you can see, can you guys see on the screen over here? Keepa. Let me link Keeper in the chat as well so you guys can watch. So yeah, there's a link for Keeper and the link for SellerAmp as well. I'm going to cover mentorship at the end. So if you're interested in mentorship, I will cover exactly what that entails. Mehboob. I will cover the mentorship at the end. If you want to join in the YouTube, you can see the screen. Do many of the products you buy. Right. So I'm going to show you some examples of products that we sell on Amazon. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to show you the products on my stock list. So this stock list is basically products that I sell to my students. So here's an example. We've got some Funko over here, which sells very slow seller, but it's actually very high ROI. It's got 139% ROI. And these are end of line as well. So we've got Funko, we've got 2-pack Funko, we've got some Crayola construction paper. We're going to use this as an example to do some analysis in a second. We've got Monopoly board games. We've got Maybelline mascara. Uh, Clinique. This is one of the new items that have just come in that we're again sending in into Amazon. It's £10 per unit. This actually sells 800 times per month, 30% return on investment, £3 profit per unit. Um, so yeah, we sell the weirdest and the craziest things on Amazon. And all we need to do is look at seller amp and keeper, and it's going to give you the data to see does this product actually sell. So let me show you exactly what we're looking for when we're doing analysis on Seller Amp and Keeper. So yeah, if you get the Chrome extensions for Seller Amp and Keeper, your screen's going to look something like this. So what are we looking for? So the first things first, Crayola. So this is what you'll find is when you're first starting selling on Amazon, you're going to be gated on a lot of products. And I'm going to explain how to get gated, ungated on different brands, different categories. But for now, I'm going to explain exactly what to look for when you're doing analysis. So first things first, we're going to look at the Amazon page. So Crayola is the store. Okay, that looks legit. Sometimes what you find is the actual brand name is generic or it's different than the actual brand on the listing. So you want to be very careful about that. Then we can see here it's 100 bought in the past month. So we know it's selling. Then we're gonna have a look at our seller amp and keeper extensions. So first things first, we're gonna look at the price history. We want to know, has this got a good average price to start with? So it's been selling around £7 to £8 over the past 3 months. And if we look at it over the past year, around the same as well. Brief period over here where it was selling for £3.99, but I think that's when Amazon were on the listing and Amazon are not on the listing anymore. So that's a brief summary on price history. Okay, so what's Seller Amp telling us over here on the right? So, yep, Crayola, 5-star reviews, ASIN. So, what the ASIN is Amazon's unique identifier. So, every single different product on Amazon has its unique ASIN. So, what you'll find is a lot of Amazon sellers will say, "Oh, this ASIN, that ASIN." So, every single product on Amazon is an ASIN. It's basically like a barcode. The EAN is basically the barcode number on the list product. So if we look at the can over here, the EAN is basically going to be this barcode over here. And we've got a couple of things over here. The dimensions of the product, um, the description. This opens the Amazon page. This opens the product on Google. So if you want to do sourcing and want to find this product on Google, we can just click on here and it Google searches the product straight away. Or if you want to open this on a full screen mode, we can do. Do you need both? I would recommend Keeper and SAS. I'll show you in a second why. So eligibility, this is probably going to be no for a lot of the products when you first start, and that's where a lot of people get stuck. They get stuck on gate that they gated. So the eligibility will be no. The alerts over here, I'm going to explain what kind of alerts typically you're going to see. So well, the first alert you're going to see is BB. If there's a BB alert, that means Amazon doesn't share the buy box. That is a red flag. You're not going to sell that. If it's private label, which is a PL alert, that means that the person who has the listing doesn't have third-party sellers on the listing, or there's not many off accounts on the listing. Typically, you avoid these kind of listings. IP is intellectual property. Some brands don't allow third-party sellers to sell on their platform. Um, an example of that is um I don't know, Versace. I think Versace don't allow third-party sellers sell on the platform. So yeah, no IP alerts on this product. Size, standard size. If there's a larger product, then it's going to show S. You might have higher fees to send this into Amazon. So that's just something to keep in mind if there's a S there. Can I use Helium 10 instead of Keeper? No. Seller Amp and Keeper are for reselling products. Helium 10 is more of a tool for when you're doing private label, when you're launching your own brands. Nintendo, I believe you can sell Nintendo products on Amazon, but you have to get ungated for them. Any tips on avoiding products that tank? So yeah, what you want to do is look at price history when you want to do so. Okay. Okay, variations on a listing is sometimes you find on Amazon there's a listing where it has multiple variations. This one doesn't. Let me show you an example of a product that has variations. I think this one over here probably has variations. So yeah, this is an example of a variation listing. So there's one parent listing and it's got different shades of variations. As we can see, there's a V there. So that would be a variation listing. If you are on a variation listing, what you want to do is have a look at the buy box percentage. The easiest way to do this is to go on variations, and it's going to tell you exactly the percentage of sales that particular listing has. So we can see this particular variation is 90%, this one has 7%, this one has 1.9%, and this one has less than 1%. So yeah, although the listing sells over 1,000 per month, you just want to make sure that that particular variation is selling. Right, so let's have a look at this BSR first. So the BSR is the best selling rank. So each category on Amazon has a BSR. So this is home and kitchen, and this BSR is 33,000. So what that means is the number one product in that category is the best selling product in that category. So this one is ranked 33,000. And it's crazy to think about this, right? So this is actually ranked 33,000 in that particular category, and it sells 100 units per month. So there's actually 32,000 products that sell faster than this. So a lot of people think, oh, there's not enough, Amazon's too saturated. There's actually millions of products on Amazon that sell well. So it's all about finding these products and finding these products at a good price. So that's just one category as well. There's tons of different categories. We've got beauty, we've got DIY, tools, health, personal care, grocery, beauty. Okay, the next thing we want to look at is estimated sales. So it's going to tell us roughly how many times per month this is selling. This is only one of the methods to do this. The max cost is basically based. So in your seller amp settings, you're going to have some criteria that you want to source by. So based on that, it's going to tell you what kind of price you're aiming to buy this at. So we're actually getting this at £2 each per unit, and it's telling us if it was more than £2 14 each, then it wouldn't quite hit our criteria. So yeah, this is £2 each. I'm actually selling this product to people on my mentorship. So £2 buy price and £6.99 sell price. That's going to leave us with £1.12 profit and 16% margin, which is a 56% return on investment. So it's got every £2 we put in, is going to give us £1.12 in profit. So typically, this is going to be one of many different products you're going to be selling on Amazon. I've actually got in my store around 500 different products, and we average around 50% return on investment on these products. So for every, typically spend about £5,000 to £10,000 a week on products, and that's going to net us between £2,500 to £5,000 profit a month, because we work on about a 15% return on investment. Offer summary is basically going to tell us how many listings, how many offers on the listings are FBA and how many are FBM. If there was Amazon on the listing as well, it shows there's Amazon here. VAT settings, you don't really need to worry about that at the moment, because I'm VAT registered. And let's have a look at the data over here. So first things first, okay, we spoke about BSR already. Buy box. So buy box is basically, can we see these yellow and orange buttons over here? That's the buy box. So when there's multiple sellers on the listing, so as we can see, there is one, two, three, four, five. There's actually five sellers who are priced at 6.99. So what Amazon are going to use, they're going to use their algorithm to determine who's going to win the buy box. So that buy box is going to rotate between them five sellers. So that's what the buy box is. So the current buy box is at 6.99, and the FBA seller has got the buy box at the moment. What you'll find is FBA sellers will tend to win the buy box a lot more than FBM sellers. And what you'll also find is you can actually price a little bit higher than FBM sellers. I think it's about 13% and still win the buy box. Keeper BSR drops. Um, what that means is every time an item sells on Amazon on a particular listing, the rank drops. So say for example, this rank was 33,000, and then over the course of a day, they sold 30 units, then that BSR is going to drop. It might drop only one, but it might drop 3,000. So every time the item's selling, it's basically increasing in rank, which means it's selling better. So how do you win the buy box? If you want to win the buy box, you just need to price competitively. Make sure your products are eligible for FBA. So what I mean by that is when we're looking at the sellers over here, um, you want to make sure your item is eligible for next day delivery. So we can see over here, this most of these people are Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Thursday. So most of these people are eligible for next day. I'm not actually logged in, so it's not telling me the next day price. But yeah, you want to price around the buy box to win the buy box, if that makes any sense. What you'll find as a new seller, sometimes you might struggle to win the buy box. That's completely fine. You just need to be patient and wait your turn. What I suggest people to do is once you've bought a product, you price competitively, move on to the next product. Your goal is to build a wide product portfolio, not just focus on one product. I think a lot of people, what they do, especially when they start, is they panic and they start to undercut and they start wondering, why am I not winning the buy box? You just need to trust in the process, price competitively, and you'll get your turn. Does that answer your question? Cool. The next thing we're going to look at over here is the profit calculation. So how does it actually work? How much are our costs when we're sending for FBA? So there's two fees that we actually get charged on when we're sending products in for FBA. So the first one is the referral fee, and you only get charged these on the sale. So the first one is referral fee. The referral fee is based on a percentage. It's typically 8 to 15% depending on the product. So this product is actually 15%, so it's about £1. And the next fee is the fulfillment fee, which is the FBA fee. And that's basically going to be based on the size and the weight of the product. So the heavier, the bigger the item is, the more the FBA fee is going to be. So what you'll find is, especially in like the beauty category, very small items, very light items, the FBA fee is going to be very small, and the beauty category also has only an 8% fee for anything under £10. So very good category to sell on. I will get to suppliers and sourcing methods soon. Just bear with me, guys. So yeah, that's basically seller ramp broken down. We've got the graphs over here. We can see the offer counts. And the other thing I wanted to show you is the keeper premium. So what data does keeper actually show, which is beneficial? So the one that I use the most is this one over here. So it actually tells us how much stock each seller has and how much they've sold over the past 30 days. So we can see Bougie Toys has sold 126 units over the past 30 days. New Year New Me sold 121 units over the past 30 days. This seller sold 65, 60. So Keeper actually shows a deeper analysis compared to SellerAmp. So that's why I highly recommend using Keeper, especially when you want to make a decision on how many units you want to buy. You can actually see how much an individual seller has sold over the past 30 days. So this is probably one of the biggest ones. The other one is the buy box statistics. It actually shows which seller has won the buy box the most over 30 day, 90 day, 180 days. If there's a scenario where Amazon are on the listing and they're not sharing the buy box, you'll be able to see it here, and that way you can make a good decision on buying that product. And the other one is the variations, which are already covered. So that's basically analysis in a nutshell. But the biggest hurdle you guys are going to face is getting ungated. So I'm going to show you exactly what the best ways are to get ungated. So yeah, So the way that ungating works is you're going to be gated on particular brands. So every brand will, especially the bigger brands, will need ungating. There are going to be certain products you may not need ungating at the beginning, but at the beginning, you're going to be gated on a lot of different brands. And as you start to sell more products, Amazon are going to trust you more. And what you'll find is you'll start to get auto ungated on products without supplying invoices. I would recommend use SellerAmp and Keeper in tandem. Uh, they both work hand in hand, if that makes any sense. So yeah, what I've noticed is once you get to around 1,000 to like £3,000 in sales, you'll start to get auto ungated a lot more. But first, we need to get to that, right? So you'll need to get ungated. So Harrison's Direct is probably one of the best websites to get ungated on for a wide different variety of products. They sell so many different products, and I'll just show you over here. They've got health and beauty, stationery, toys and gifts, sweets and stack, household, and all the different brands are actually on the Harrison's website. Then we've got Look Fantastic. Look Fantastic specialize in beauty products. Do you have to use these suppliers? These suppliers have been proven to get ungated easily. So you can actually use any invoice to get ungated, but the success rate of the suppliers that I'm listing here are higher, if that makes any sense. So I always recommend if you want to get ungated, use suppliers with a high success rate. If, for example, you found a product uh, from myself, for example, I was selling you some Crayola products. I would suggest you get ungated with Harrison's because they have a high success rate in getting ungated. Once you are ungated, then buy from wherever you were buying that from. So yeah, Look Fantastic sells a lot of beauty products. Screwfix sells home and DIY. NDA Toys sells all the toys and games products. ASOS sells clothing and accessories, and iHerb for health and supplements. So these websites have been proven in working very well in getting ungated. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, guys, do so absolutely. Thoughts on doing multiple brands under one LLC thing? So So anyone who's on TikTok who can't see my screen, just go to the link in my bio and it will send you an email with the link to join. Can we buy products from you? So anyone who's on my mentoring program can buy products for myself. Yeah. Has anyone got any questions on ungating? I'm just going to show you exactly how to do the ungating process while we're here. So an example of a product we want to get. Let's use Crayola as an example, right? So what we want to do is go on Harrison's Direct and type in Crayola. Crayola. How long does a product? So typically, you get gated within 48 hours. Sometimes it's instant, so it gets done straight away. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. It just depends how busy Amazon are. So the way that you want to get ungated is using the respective websites I've listed. Type in whatever brand you're trying to get ungated on. Filter from lowest to highest. So we're just going to look at the cheapest Corolla product over here. What you need to do in on getting ungated is think of it as an investment. The product you're going to use to get ungated and sent to Amazon may not make profit, but it's going to allow you to sell that particular brand and any products in that brand for the foreseeable future. I don't do FBM. So yeah, this one's the cheapest Crayola product. It's £6.66 excluding VAT for 12 units. So let's just use SellerAmp Chrome extension and see, does this product actually sell on Amazon? Would getting ungated from Harrison's ungate you for all the products they sell? Nope. So if you get ungated on Crayola, it will let you sell any Crayola product. If you want to get ungated on Oral-B, it will get you ungated on any Oral-B product. So if you wanted to get ungated on 5 different brands from Harrison's, you would buy the 5 different brands, if that makes any sense. Are those websites? No, so all these websites are based in the UK. If you're in Europe, you can use the websites as well. So yeah, we got the Crayola chalk. It's 12 units. And that's going to cost us, okay, we're not going to make money on it, right? But it's going to allow us to sell the Crayola product. So if you want to buy this product for myself, then you can do. Do you need to open a limited company to start? So you don't need to open a company to start, but I would recommend you do so. It's just easier, especially if you're working full time. There's going to be a lot of tax liabilities, but You want to speak to an accountant because how long is the shipping and fees? Are you talking about Harrison's? I am not sure. They do charge a delivery fee, and let's have a look at delivery over here. So it's 9.99 for delivery. So yeah, yeah. So if you do want to get engaged on multiple different brands, I would recommend you order them all at the same time. Everything is pretty much yeah. So everything's gated nowadays, but the hardest thing is getting ungated. But if you know the right supplies to buy from, then it's very easy to do. Do you have spend goals every week? Absolutely, I do, Matthew. Are you able to sell products in the US? You can do if you really want to, but the problem is going to be if you're in the UK, then the logistically it's going to cost you quite a bit to send these products to the US. Right. Any questions on ungating before I move on? Right, cool. So yeah, once you're familiar with analysis, you've got ungated on products, then you're going to need different sourcing methods. So I'm just gonna briefly describe these. We don't have really much time, to be honest, to go into them in depth. But the way I started when I was starting my Amazon FBA business was lead groups. So I just joined a lead group, and someone was posting leads on there. It's a great way to get started. It's not that profitable. What you'll find is obviously leads that are being shared between multiple people are going to get tanked, but it's a good way to kind of learn the process to make a little bit of profit. Yes, this is all halal income, by the way. Uh, when you need, when you're, what restrictions do you have if you're gated? So if you're gated, you can't sell that brand. It doesn't let you add it to your inventory. So when you get ungated, say for example for Crayola, you'll be able to add any of the Crayola products to your inventory. I can't enter the webinar. DM me if you can't enter the YouTube webinar for whatever reason. Just DM me. I'll send you the link. So lead groups are a great way to get started. Um, the other way is manual. So manual is basically going on the website, doing what we did before, which is highlighting, right click, and checking them on Seller Amp. Can you show us how to add products? Absolutely. So it's very easy to add products to your inventory. All you have to do is I do it through SellerAmp and the Seller Central button over here, add product to inventory. You put your price in, click FBA, and that's done. Very easy to do. And there's so many videos on YouTube to do so. But we are very short on time, so I'm going to crack on. Storefront stalking is another great way on sourcing for beginners. So what storefront stalking is basically you can go on someone's storefront and see what products they're selling, and you'll be able to use Google to find these suppliers. So if okay, the next one is Keep a Product Finder. So we use this quite a lot in our business to find products. It's probably one of the primary methods that me and my virtual assistants use. Jungle Scout is a very similar to Keep a Product Finder. However, it's a lot more expensive. Keeper's only £15 a month. So I would definitely recommend do so. Leaf is associated buys. So if you find a product from whatever store, you can have a look at other products from that store. That's what Leaf is. Discount codes and offers. So if you have what you'll find is especially with online arbitrage, they have offers and codes, especially around Black Friday and uh different kind of holidays. You can use these discount and codes and offers to your advantage. For example, Boots at the moment have a 10% discount code, and if you combine this with the student discount, you can find really good deals. Storefront is my personal favorite. Storefront is brilliant. I absolutely I love looking at storefronts. And when you first start selling on Amazon, looking at you, it's a bit weird looking at other people's storefront, but absolutely, it's a great way to do so. Um, you don't have to buy directly from the brand to get ungated. As long as you're buying from a reputable supplier, they are VAT registered, then you should be able to do so. Yeah, so Harrison's Direct, you'll have to open an account. It's very easy to open an account with Harrison's. Some wholesalers are easier to open accounts than others, but Harrison's is very easy. NDA Toys is very easy as well. Okay, a couple other methods. Hot UK Deals website is another great way to find products. This was one of my favorite methods when I first started selling on Amazon. And the brilliant thing is that the people posting the deals on these websites are doing all the hard work for you. The other one is newsletter sourcing. Newsletter sourcing is basically when you put your email address and you subscribe to newsletters on different various websites, whether it's Boots, Look Fantastic, Curries, um, My Origins, they'll send you discount codes and offers when they come. And one of my favorite sourcing methods at the moment is actually Amazon to Amazon. And it's actually one of the largest spends that we do. And Amazon to Amazon is basically buying products from Amazon at discounted prices and reselling them back on Amazon. So again, we use Keeper to do this, and we also have an Amazon to Amazon bot on the group. So if you guys are interested in that, um, you can join that. Also, so that's basically sourcing methods. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this, do so now. I'll give you 5 seconds. Cool. So that's a brief description on how to get started selling on Amazon. So anyone who wants to get started and they want some free leads and they want to join our free community, all you have to do is create your Seller Central account, take a screenshot of your Seller Central app like this. You're probably going to have no sales. And what we'll do, I'll send you a free trial for our lead group. So that's going to give you just a start, basically to find the first products to get to make sales. So all you have to do, yeah, take a screenshot, join this community, create a ticket, post the screenshot on the ticket, and I'll send you a link to join the free trial. So yeah, if anyone wants to take a screenshot of this, absolutely do so now. Most items are restricted. They will be restricted at the beginning. Hey man, I'm only 16. I want to start FBA. If you're 16, you'll probably need to do it on a family member's name. You probably need around 500 to £1,000 to start. Where we send a screenshot. So if anyone's joined through my email, I sent a link to my free community. I'm going to send this link as well over the next week. So join my free community. There's an option on there to create a ticket. Create a ticket, send me the screenshot, and I'll send you a free trial for the lead service. Can you talk about startup costs? Yeah, so the startup costs of your Amazon FBA business, which I've got on a sheet over here. So your limited company is going to be £15. Let me get. So yeah, we've got £15 for your limited company. You've got business bank account, which is free. Your Seller Central account is going to be around £30 per month. Thermal printer is going to cost you around £50 on eBay or Amazon. Then you're going to need a couple of things like tape, polybags, labels, etc. That's going to cost you around £20. Seller Amp is around £13 per month. Keeper is £15 per month. Boxes, you can reuse boxes that your stuff comes in, and then all you're going to need is product money for stock. So your setup's going to be around £150. So yeah, if anyone wants to quickly take a screenshot of that, you can do. So that's the challenge. Can we get a normal printer? So yeah, so if you want to get a normal printer, all you have to do is buy the sheets for that. All the links are in my Discord server. So if you guys need links to buy all this stuff, join my free community. The links are all there. So someone's asking what happens if you go past £90,000 revenue. I'm gonna ask that and answer that in the Q&A at the end. So save the questions for the Q&A. We're gonna go into that soon. So yeah, these are the couple of people that I've helped out, or this is actually students. So Fahad actually works for me. He just started last month and he's done £105 in revenue. Sam just started in December. He's done £2,000 in revenue. So yeah, I'm going to briefly talk about the mentoring I have. So I actually teach people how to start, and what we do is I've got a comprehensive step-by-step guide, a bit like this, but more in depth. And it basically covers everything you need to know, from getting started to scaling to virtual assistants, VAT, uh, And also we've got some what do you call it? Brand direct stuff, wholesale stuff, unique bundles. And the other one is we've got the exclusive stock list. So we actually have a stock list of different products. So all this is for the students. So you can actually buy from myself to get started. So my goal is to make you sales within 30 days. So what we do is we get everything set up, we get ungated, and we'll supply you products. We'll prep and send these into Amazon for you to get you started. We've also got a students only community. So we've got the Discord community, which is free. We also have a specific students only community. So I send exclusive stuff on there. We all on top of that, we have our weekly coaching calls, and we also have analysis masterclasses as well, is where we go have a deep delve into doing analysis like a professional. And the next thing is you'll have access to me and my team 24/7. So we've got a ticket system on Discord. Anytime, if you're stuck, or if you need help, or if you need a second opinion, whatever you need, you can create a ticket, and we'll answer your ticket as soon as possible. And these are a couple of the student successes we've had. This one's actually my dad, which I started selling on Amazon. He actually had a £500 day last week. This is another brother. He's done £6,000 in the past 30 days. And this is someone that joined last year. He's done £43,000 in sales and over £8,000 in profit. So he's actually made all his money back from the mentoring. If you live outside the UK, we currently don't take on any students for outside the UK at the moment. How much of the FBA profits are taxed? That just depends on your accountant, to be honest. Can we use a A4 printer? Yes, you can use a A4 printer for printing labels. What kind of printer do you recommend? I use a Munbin label printer. So I'm actually going to put the link. Okay, so we're actually opening the mentorship up for the next 5 days. So I've got open slots to book calls. This offer ends at the end of this month. From next month, we're not going to be taking on any new students, and we're actually including a virtual assistant when you join. So once you've joined, you've set up your Seller Central account, you've made sales. Once you get to around five to £10,000 in revenue, and you can prove to me that you've done analysis correctly, we'll hire and train a virtual assistant for you for absolutely free. That's including the mentorship. The other thing we have is the Amazon automation sheet. I actually started selling on Amazon with about 8 other friends, and I'm the only person that's still selling at the moment. And one of the reasons why I was able to carry on whilst working 9 to 5 was I had an automation sheet. So it made a lot of the admin stuff very easy for me. So we're actually including this as well as part of the mentorship, which actually costs £500 if you were to buy it from anywhere else. Also, for anyone who joins next week, we're offering £100 worth of free products from my stock list. So this is going to give you that kickstart to get them sales in. I want to make you sales in 30 days. And also, because Ramadan is coming up, we're going to give a food pack donation for anyone who joins the mentoring. And this has got more success. So we've got Azim over here. He did £5,000. He only started 2 months ago. We've got a couple of people who this sister actually joined another mentorship, and she couldn't find a product. She couldn't make sales. Then she joined our mentorship, and she actually made her first sales over here. She said, "Thank you very much. So grateful. I'd like to join the coaching session." But yeah, that's the mentorship. Okay, so the mentorship price is £1,997. You can break this up into monthly payments using Klarna. You don't have to join the mentorship. I have so much free, uh, what do you call it? Videos out there. We've got the free community. But if you do want to accelerate your journey and you want to learn from the best and you want to join a premium service, then absolutely the mentorship is exactly where you want to be. And the reviews for the mentorship, premium mentorship, personal touch, um, all the reviews are here on Trustpilot. So if anyone wants to read that, you can do. I'm going to put a link in the chat over here. But yeah, let's go to the Q&A. Has anyone got any questions on anything to do with Amazon FBA? If I fulfill my own orders, can we send customers direct on a pallet? I'm not sure what you mean there, TD. So how much is it for you to send the products for us into Amazon? We send this on the house. So if anyone's a student, um, you just we'll do this for you for free basically. So I'll just get one of my staff to prep and send these into Amazon for you. And if you're a student that joins next week, by the way, this is a limited offer. I don't um my mentorship isn't open all the time. If you want to join, Friday is the last day to join. So you've got 5 days to make a decision. Do you personally mentor people? So the mentoring is a combination of step-by-step videos on my website, group coaching calls that we have twice a week, and the ticket service and the one-to-one calls um, are on the Discord. All the videos are recorded by myself. All the coaching sessions are run by myself. The tickets are most of the time by myself. The link to join is pinned on the YouTube chat. Do we use SKUs from Jitin's? What I'm not sure what you mean there. Can you source products with SellerAmp or do you need Keeper? With SellerAmp, you can do storefront stocking to source products. However, keep it's not the best sourcing method out there. I would use Keeper Product Finder to definitely do this. Doesn't Amazon handle the picking, packing, shipping for your products? Yes, they do, but we need to buy the products ourselves first, get them shipped to ourselves, and then we need to send the products in bulk to Amazon. You do private. I do unique bundles. I have a few private label items as well. Part of the mentoring is unique bundles, which is one of the last modules. What kind of categories do you mainly sell in? We have a lot of beauty products at the moment. Would you advise to sell one product when starting FBA? No, so the goal with reselling products on Amazon is to go as wide as possible. So we've got around £50,000 worth of products in Amazon at the moment, but that's spread over 500 listings. So your risk is spread out. So for whatever reason, if one listing got deleted, then it wouldn't kind of affect our business too much. Do you use a VA? I've got 3 VAs for my business. And the VAs that we train for our students, we've hired 30 VAs at the moment, and only one VA has been like a bad VA. And any VA that we implement in your business, you have a 12-week guarantee. So if they're not up to scratch, we'll replace them for you as well. I tried storefront stocking, but yeah, storefront stocking is difficult. That's why I recommend different sourcing methods, and I listed the different sourcing methods uh, on there as well. What's the difference if someone joins your paid mentorship or just get with resources? That's absolutely up to you. Obviously, if you're in the paid mentorship, you're gonna have direct access to me. So that's the benefit. Obviously, you can buy products from myself as well. That's gonna boost your store. And the other thing is, you'll be in the students community. You'll be on the coaching calls. Have access to all my tips and knowledge and secret that I've learned over the past few years. Does your thermal printer print A4? I've got 2 thermal printers. One prints the SKU labels, one prints the shipping labels. If you wanna hire a VA, then it's, £350 a month. You'll have to pay the VA, but for training and hiring the VA, that typically costs around £1,000. So Fast Track FBA charge £1,000 to hire and train a VA for you. And then there's a couple of other cheaper ones out there. But I believe the ones that we use are the best in the industry. Could you please link a printer you recommend and another possible place where you can get packaging material? Everything's linked in the Discord server. So if you want to join the Discord server, um, I'm going to put the link in the chat now. So I'm going to link the Discord server in the chat. So everything should be here on what you need to do, what you need to buy. What kind of investment required to make around 4K profit a month? So if you want to make £3,000 profit a month, right? We typically, as a starter, you're going to work on around 30% return on investment. So you'll need about £10,000 in products. And typically, we want to only buy 30 days worth of stock. So that's how much you'll need. So the brilliant thing about reselling products on Amazon is that you don't need to run PPC, you don't need to run ads because we're selling on existing listings. Yeah, private label is headache. Oh, there's so much to learn with private label, and I think private label is an expert level of selling on Amazon. We want to sell on listings that are already on Amazon. It's the easiest way to do it. Any good wholesalers? I mean, yeah. So one of the wholesalers that I recommend to use, and this is another benefit as well. So Quigita, and if you actually buy anything on Quigita, there's actually £100 for free as well. So if you sue 100, which is SU 100, when you sign up, that will give you £100 for free. So yeah, Quigita is one of the best uh, places to start with wholesale on Amazon. You do wholesale. We do arbitrage on wholesale, and I teach both on the mentoring. To be on the safe side, like me, would it be better to get the products from you? So yeah, so absolutely. So to get started, you want to buy products from me. I mean, if you're a student, then yeah, with a 1K budget, how much different products was just go for? So when I would say you wouldn't want to spend more than £100 on a product. So that'll be 10 products minimum. I only want to hire a VA. If you want to hire a VA and you already know how to sell on Amazon, just DM me and I'll send you the link. Out of curiosity, what was your sales for last year? We did 600K around that, and it was about £100,000 in profit last year. Do you have a link for the VAs? Um, if you want a link for the VAs, just message me on any social platform. I'll send you the link. Actually, if you want a VA, join my Discord server, create a ticket, and I'll send you the link. What do you do with property? We mostly reinvest. So we are launching private label items, bundle items. So we're just kind of trying to increase our revenue and trying to grow as much as possible. Do you sell the video? No, we don't sell the videos. The mentorship is a whole package. So you're either in or out. So my VAs generate me around £10,000 in revenue per week. How much is the mentorship, and where can you get it? The mentorship is 1997, and where can you get it? Just DM me. If you're on TikTok, just DM me. Right. I think my calendar's getting a bit full, so I've just opened some more slots. Um, right. Okay. I've just done that now. Do you prep it? I actually hire someone to do prep for me. Are they from the Philippines? Yes. So I need to give you a student to train as a VA for me. No, no. Quran, Hadith, and Sunnah. If you're already selling on Amazon, and you want a VA, then just create a ticket and we'll work something out. How much of your revenue is due to VAs? I already answered that. You made just last year. That was we've done about I think 1.4 million so far. Any good prep centers? If you join my free community on Discord, there's loads of prep centers on there. 1997. Ads, put your products on first page because we're selling on we're selling on existing listings on the platform. We don't need to run ads, so we don't need to waste money on ads. Do you sell your videos only? No, so the mentorship is a package. Like you get the videos, the coaching calls, the community, the VA, the stock list, the automation sheet. It's all one package. How much commission do Amazon take? I already explained that. Does your stock sell within a month? Um, Sometimes sells faster, sometimes sells a bit slower. What did you make on Q4 only? We did around 160K in Q4, I think it was, if off the top of my head. Would you recommend this to a uni student? Absolutely, because Amazon are doing the hard work, the storing, picking, packing, shipping for you. It's absolutely brilliant. Just under 2K, yep. Yeah, it's brilliant. Honestly, it is. Like just today as an example, right? I don't know if I can show you a lot, but so I don't know if you can see my screen there, yeah. So that's today's sales, just to prove that I actually do Amazon myself. So typically, like today, as an example, I've not done anything on the Amazon business, but because obviously my products are in Amazon, Amazon are doing all the hard work. I'm making sales every single day, and every single day looks like this. It's crazy. So just under £2,000 in sales just today, and we've done £297 in profit so far today. Margins are average a bit lower than normal, to be honest, but yeah. Do I need to open a business for this? You can do it as an individual, but I would recommend you open a business if you want to do it properly. I'm from Afghanistan. I'm in Ireland now to learn Amazon. Could you please help me? Um, Just book a call. I'll give you some more information. Do you source trained VAs? So I'll just give you a bit of information on how we get our VAs. So we train them as data analysts. So we don't train them. So a lot of them, well, most every single one has no prior Amazon FBA experience. So this guarantees us that they're not working with any other sellers. They're not associated with any of the VAs that are in the business. So yeah, we kind of nail this to a T. Like honestly, it's really good. Yeah, around 15 to 20% profit margins are average. Do you regularly have problems with refunds or customers claiming to receive product? Kasim, Amazon deal with this for us. Like, we don't need to worry about that. If there are issues with it, then we can raise cases and stuff. Best thing to know is the mentorship is one of them. It's for lifetime. Best thing, yep, absolutely. The seller toolkit mandatory. Not at the beginning, no, but it does help. Where do you stream? I can't see your screen. I am on YouTube. Links in the bio. Right. I think Monday is fully booked. Monday is fully booked. Well, Thursday and Friday is fully booked. We've got what, one slot on Monday? We've got one slot on Monday, and we've got a few slots on Wednesday. Okay. How much do you cost to ship on Amazon? A 23 kg box costs £4.50 to send to Amazon. You lot know nothing, trust me. Way too much. Yeah, but obviously this is a premium service, right? I wholesale your products. I hire a VA for you. Like this is obviously there are cheaper mentorships out there, but I do everything to a high standard. So, what is the maximum size you use box can weigh? It's 23 kg the weight, and the size is 60 cubed, so 60 centimeters cubed. I understand the mentorship's not for everybody, but that's why I have a lot of free material out there. Do you need a poster scale? Do you know what's funny? When I first started selling on Amazon, the way I used to weigh stuff was I used to weigh myself and I used to hold the box and weigh myself. Yeah, the 1997 is a one-off fee and lifetime access. Correct, it is. Are you able to sell products to the US? Um, I can, but I don't do that at the moment. That's because you have over 70 products going on though. What do you mean? Do you need a scale? It's recommended to have a scale, to be honest. We've got another like 5 or 10 minutes for questions, and then we'll call it a day. Which sourcing method found you the best selling products? Keep a product finder, definitely. Keep a product finder has been the best. If you're really money through FBA, why you can't give back on your course? Because it's another revenue stream, and I can share my knowledge. DM me, London accessories. Just DM me. Just bought 1K stock, but the margins have gone really down and make it 40, 80 pound from. I mean, yeah. So are you're pretty new to selling, right? What's a VA? VA is a virtual assistant. The 1K, what's the best thing to do? I mean, if you need that money, then just sell and then just buy another product. But at least you're not going to lose money, right? What's the least saturated category? Mm, it's very hard to say, to be honest. Can you explain how to raise a ticket for a VA, please? Join my Discord server, and under the help and support button, there's a created ticket icon. Can you do this anywhere? I mean, I could do now, yeah, if I wanted to. The FBA requires it. No, no, no. You can start from home. You don't need to rent a warehouse. The only reason I moved into a warehouse because I was getting to a point where I was getting pallets delivered at home for the wholesale stuff, and it just become obviously it's not getting pallets delivered to your house, moving them to your living room. Yeah, it just wasn't working, man. You cut off, bro. If you need the money, get rid of the stock and then buy something else. Can you show us this month's profits? I mean, on YouTube, I have a screen share at the moment. Should I do a course from YouTube? Bro, that's your choice. Like, if you want to learn fast and you've got the money to do so, then absolutely join a mentoring. But if you want to learn from YouTube, you do that also. I can wait for others to. Yeah, you could do that as well. You could do that. So if a product does tank on Amazon, we just hold our price generally. We just wait for the other sellers to sell out. If you've done your analysis correctly, then typically the price is going to go back to what it used to be. Any good YouTube videos out there? Don't have money for yet for mentorship. Look at Fast Track FBA. I think Fast Track FBA does very good comprehensive videos. What what rolling do you look for? ROI. Oh, 30% minimum. 30%. We aim for 30% minimum. Out of you need to find different sourcing methods. Sales per month. So with sales per month, it just depends on whether it's a higher ticket item or a lower ticket item. Lower ticket items, I want faster selling sales per month. Higher ticket, I'm not bothered. Like we've sold like £600 Garmin watches, and they were only selling like 5 units a month, but we didn't mind because we're only gonna buy 1 or 2 units. Does the price always go back? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Dylan, thanks for the follow. If that's the case, it's always a win-win situation. That's what I'm saying. But the trick is you want to be very, very competent in analysis. If you always if you're always doing your analysis correctly, then even if you make a bad decision or something tanks, then it's always going to go back to the price it used to be. It's not that risky. No, it's not risky at all. Arbitrage for beginners, definitely, and then move on to wholesale. You're welcome. Flipping cars. We've got 5 minutes, guys, and then we're gonna call it. Do you charge a percentage for the products? Also, all the products I sell to students are at cost price. So I don't actually make money from the products I sell. Maybe like 10 or 20p to cover the what do you call it? The prep costs. However, oh, thanks for that. I spent 2 days trying to store front stock. I found nothing with SAS. Yeah, storefront stocking is okay. However, there are better methods out there. But yeah, I don't actually make any money from the stock that I buy for students. The benefit is that it helps me buy a lot more products at good prices. Um, as a student, you mentioned if you buy products from yourself, you will prep and send in terms of forwards. I like to learn that as well, so I can send myself in include the mentorship. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, um, you're going to be doing a mixture of buying products for myself, buying stuff from the leads group, doing your own sourcing. So yeah, you most of the products you actually be shipping yourself and prepping yourself. It's only to kind of get them first sales in, and just boost your revenue a little bit that we send it in, and it's more cost effective for us to send it into Amazon rather than me shipping it to yourself and then you shipping it to Amazon. You're paying delivery twice. Cookita is good for cosmetic brands. Yep, 100%. Thanks, H. Sorry, bro. What's that? Right, guys, I'm gonna end the TikTok. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Right, is it live recorded for the students? Absolutely, yes, it's recorded. Mona, how are you doing, by the way? I've not spoke to you in ages. How is everything? Lurking. I love it. Yeah, sorry about the calls this week. We had some childcare issues, but back to usual this week, inshallah. We'll do a extended coaching call on Saturday and some analysis stuff over the weekend. So, right, guys, I think that's the end of the webinar. I want to thank everyone for joining, sharing their, being engaged, writing questions. So the products, yep, the products are stored at the fulfillment centers, but you need to get the products delivered to yourself first, and then we send it to Amazon. Does that make sense? But yeah, as if you're confused and you want me to explain it a little bit more, then just book on a coaching call with the link, which is pinned, and I can just explain a bit more how it works. But yeah, Tuesday booking is now full. We only have a few slots left for Wednesday. Let me alter. Okay, we've only got 5 slots left Wednesday. Done. Yes, I'm gonna save this video. You can rewatch it. Right, I really need to go because I will get locked out of the office if I don't leave in the next couple of minutes. But yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Mona, for watching. Sims, Qasim, Az, Fahad, Flipping Cars, uh, Aif. Who else was here? FM. Thank you, Blue, Quran. You're welcome. Assalamu alaikum.